What's going on, guys? Welcome back to If I Started Trading Today. We're going to be talking about call skew. You might be familiar with skew in the market, but you're probably used to hearing put skew. And right now, the market is pricing in the risk to the upside. I've only been trading for about maybe a little over 8 years now. And even then, maybe options for about 4 to 5 years. And I'm never looking at a market with call skew. So this is something that's going to be new. It's going to be different. But because it is an anomaly, it's something worth paying attention to. So today, we're going to go into the options chain. We're going to find that call skew to see exactly what it looks like. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how we can position now that we're trading at another all-time high. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the tastytrade platform and check out what the call skew looks like, and then also where the market is trading at right now. And right now, we have the S&P 500 pulled up. And as you can see, we're trading at an all-time high once again. I'm not going to lie, seeing the market gap up over the 3-day weekend into a new all-time high is probably one of the dirtiest moves I've seen the market pull in quite some time. But that's what happens when you have the Trump administration in office right now. You get a lot of uncertainty, you get a lot of volatility. But once again, volatility is a trader's best friend. With that being said, we're trading at all-time highs on SPY, trying to pull back a little bit from here. But something that really caught my eye was the fact that we have a little bit of call skew right now. And if we pull up this June 18th expiration, and we look at the money right now, we're trading at about 748, 749. One really cool way that you can check what the skew is on the market is by going at least 5 points out on each side. So if I take the 748 strike and I go to the 743 puts, I can see those are trading at 822 right now. So about $8.22. Now, if I go $5 out on the call side, I can see that we're trading at about let's say about $9, whether we want to take the 752 strike or the 753, we're trading about a little over $9 for those contracts. So once again, you can already see the puts are trading for about $1 cheaper than the calls. And typically, we see the put skew in the market. We don't typically see the call skew. So right now, the market is letting us know that the risk is being priced into the upside. The velocity of risk is being priced into the upside, not something we're used to. One thing we are familiar with is the fact that the market likes to stair step its way up and take the elevator down. And right now, the market's pricing in the risk to the upside. So it seems that we're taking the elevator up right now, and not that we're not taking the elevator back down. It might just be a little bit slower or a little bit less risky than the upside. So with that being said, there's a couple different positions that we're looking at right now. I think one thing to be mindful of is not stepping in front of a runaway train. We have a little bit of long delta in the portfolio. We have a little bit of short delta. And right now we have to ask ourselves how we want to position. And right now we have this meta position that's giving us a little bit of long delta. We have a QQQ put that expires in about 3 days. So depending on if we get a pullback this week, we have to do some trade management, and we're going to be a little bit more defensive on this one. So if we can recoup some of those losses best as possible before expiration, we'll do exactly that. But with the market pricing in this risk to the upside, we don't want to take too much risk or unnecessary risk, especially if we have on any short delta in the portfolio. So let's take one more quick look at this chart. We're going to go to the daily. I've been taking a look at QQQ. Once again, we want to be mindful with stepping in front of this runaway train. But at the same time, it can be a little bittersweet with the market just continuously running away from you. So we can either sit on the sidelines or we can get on a little bit of delta that we're comfortable with. And right now, with us being at this all-time high, I'm going to be trading for a little bit of a blow-off top type move. I'm expecting at least a little bit of a pullback right now. I wouldn't mind if the market surprises us and we put in another leg into the upside. So we'll look at the July contracts, and then we're going to see how far out of the money that we can go on the call side. I'm seeing how much we can collect, because if the risk is being priced into the call side, calls should be a little bit more expensive. So if we're selling that premium, we should be able to take more credit on order entry. And if we can go as far out as possible, which would be nice because of how volatile this market is, we could sell the 750, 755. That'll give us about $1.90 of credit, maybe $1.84. That's over the third of the width that we would like on a position like this. So again, if you don't feel comfortable stepping in front of this trade, absolutely don't do it. Depending on the decisions that you make for your portfolio, you need to take into account what your P&L year to date is sitting at, the positions that you currently have in your portfolio, and that should guide your decision on whether or not you should get on a little bit more long delta here or a little bit more short delta. But I do believe we're at a little bit more of a pinnacle point in the market, if you will. But with that being said, we're looking at the 750, 755. That's giving us about $1.80, $1.90 in credit right now. We could even go a little further out. So maybe we could even sell the 755 by the 760. That's going to give us $1.70, about $1.65 to $1.77. You can see down here at the bottom that we could sell this for. And that looks pretty attractive too, just in case the market puts in another leg to another all-time high. We can give ourselves a little bit more breathing room so that we don't have to take on too much heat. And I think that's actually exactly what we're going to go with. If we don't get the pullback, we don't get the pullback. But I think if we sell the 755, that'll give us a little bit of range to work with, a little bit of a cushion to be wrong. And right now, QQQ is trading at 728. If we were to sell this 755, our break even would be around 754, 755. So, that gives us about 20 to 25 points of cushion to the upside if the market were to keep trending and putting in a new leg into another all-time high. So if we go back to our trade page, we're going to see if we can sell that one through. See if we can get a fill. Let's see, we'll replace it. We'll take a little bit less credit. We'll take a couple points less. We'll do $1.69. And there we go. We got filled. $1.69 on QQQ. We sold the out of the money 755 calls that expired July 17th. So if the market continues to put in a new all-time high, then we are going to have to figure out on how we might want to manage this position. And managing your trades is what 90% of trading is about. So with the calls being skewed right now, we're able to collect more credit on order entry. And it's just something kind of fascinating and interesting to pay attention to, especially whenever, volatility and we see things go into backwardation or contango. Like just being able to spot those anomalies give us a little bit more context as to something might be going on right now. So once again, if I were to start trading today, I would learn what put and call skew is. And although you might be used to only seeing put skew, I'd pay attention to the times in the market that has call skew. That's going to do it for today. If you want to see more segments just like this, be sure to tune into Gus and I's segment at 12 o'clock every single day for a 30-minute window on what's going on in the market. And if you want to see more, if I started trading today, hit that like button, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.